Hey Falcons fans, get ready because the NFL draft is just around the corner and Atlanta is at a pivotal moment that could shape our 2025 season. There are whispers of a major shift in the Falcons draft strategy, and I'm here to break it all down for you. But wait, there's another juicy story brewing down south that's causing chaos among our rivals. Trust me, it's the kind of drama that'll have you smiling from ear to ear. I won't spill the details just yet, but imagine a division opponent struggling with salary cap issues and quarterback turmoil. It's a wild situation that makes our draft plans look even more exciting. So, let's talk about why the Falcons' next move could be a game changer and how we're still outshining our neighbors. If you're a die-hard Atlanta Falcons fan, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Did you know only 1% of viewers actually subscribe? Let's change that. A small action can make a huge difference. Now let's dive into the draft. The Falcons are sitting at the 15th pick, and with just 5 picks total, things are getting interesting. After making a big splash for Michael Penix Jr. last year, Atlanta is now a hot topic in tradeback discussions. According to ESPN's Jordan Reed, General Manager Terry Fontenot has some options. With needs all over the roster, more picks could be the key to success. Reed mentions that Atlanta is one of the most willing trade partners for teams looking to move up, like the Colts or Rams, who are desperate for a quarterback or top-tier talent. At number 15, the Falcons are frequently mentioned as a potential trade-back candidate. Fontenot has only traded back once in 4 years, but with a deep class of edge rushers, players like Shamar Stewart, Michael Williams, James Pierce Jr., Mike Green, and Jordan Birch could still be available even if we slide down a few spots. So, why trade back? Our needs are clear: pass rush, offensive line, and wide receiver. Losing Drew Delman and Rondale Moore this offseason left some gaps, and we didn't exactly reload with all-pro talent. Penix is heading into year 2 and needs protection and weapons to thrive. Imagine this scenario. We trade back to the 20th pick with the Steelers, grab Penn State's Abdul Carter, a dynamic edge rusher who racked up 7 sacks last year, and pick up an extra third-round pick. That third-rounder could help us snag a tackle like Texas's Kelvin Banks or a speedy wide receiver to pair with Drake London. Or we could stay put and select Georgia's Michael Williams, a local talent with a lightning-fast first step and solid run-stopping skills. Either way, Fontenot has a deep board to work with, and Reed suggests we're not locked onto just one player, so a respectable offer could seal the deal. But here's the catch. Trading back could mean missing out on a game-changer. Players like Michael Williams or Tennessee's Pierce might be off the board by the time we hit 20, and let's be real. Our pass rush is already looking like a ghost town with just 3.8 sacks per game last year, putting us in the bottom 10 of the league. If we stay at 15, we're guaranteed a top-tier edge rusher. Sliding back is a gamble, even in a deep class. Now, fans, this is where you come in. What's the move? Should we trade back for more picks or lock in a stud at 15? I'm leaning toward grabbing Williams and running with it, but I want to hear your thoughts. Now, let's zoom out a bit because it's been a rough offseason in Atlanta. Free agency was a snooze fest. We didn't have the cash to make a splash. We lost Drew Delman, Grady Jarrett, Matthew Judon, and Justin Simmons, all solid starters, and replaced them with Ryan Neal, Morgan Fox, Leonard Floyd, and Jordan Fuller. As one GM put it, we swapped average for average. Ouch. That's not a Super Bowl roster, and it stings. And then there's Kirk Cousins, still on the books, eating up $27.5 million in 2025 as a backup. Every day he's in Flowery Branch, it casts a shadow over Penix's rise. If it weren't for the buzz around our new QB1, we'd be feeling pretty down. But here's where it gets fun. Our problems are nothing compared to the absolute dumpster fire down in New Orleans. I teased it earlier, and now it's time to spill the beans. The Saints are a mess, and it's the kind of chaos that makes Falcons fans chuckle. Picture a team tangled up in salary cap issues, an aging roster, and a quarterback situation so murky it's raising eyebrows among insiders. Let's dive into why the Saints' misery is our guilty pleasure and how it makes Atlanta's draft strategy even more critical. While we're sweating over our 5 picks, the Saints are drowning in a nightmare. Their salary cap is a horror show, $180 million over in 2026 projections, according to Over the Cap. Their roster is old, overpaid, and underperforming. Just look at Alvin Kamara, who's 30 and set to eat up $18 million next year while averaging just 3.9 yards per carry. But the real kicker? Derek Carr and his questionable shoulder injury. The Athletic's Diana Rossini dropped a bomb on the Scoop City podcast, suggesting Carr might be milking this injury to avoid the situation in Atlanta. Maybe he's thinking, I don't want to be your quarterback. Rossini reported that the Saints are on a mission to draft a quarterback, possibly looking at Travis Hunter or Cam Ward because Carr's days are numbered. Here's the math. Carr's contract was restructured, turning his $30 million salary into a signing bonus. Cutting him now would mean a $40 million dead cap hit. Trading him would result in a $37.9 million hit, post-June 1st, or worse, $160 million in dead money for 2026. They're saving pennies this year, and Rossini's sources are skeptical about that shoulder injury. You know what this is about? Trade bait. The Saints are stuck, and Carr is a distraction. Meanwhile, our cousin's cloud, while annoying, is just a drizzle compared to this storm. All right, let's connect the dots here, Falcons fans. The chaos in New Orleans is Atlanta's golden opportunity. While the Saints scramble to fix their quarterback mess and salary cap disaster, the Falcons can play a strategic game of chess. Trading back from 15 isn't just about accumulating more picks, it's about outmaneuvering a division rival that's stuck in quicksand. Imagine this. We slide down to 20, grab Abdul Carter, and use that extra third-round pick to draft a center like LSU's Garrett Dellinger. Suddenly, Penix has a fortified offensive line, and London gets a new running mate. Our defense could be sacking Carr twice a game because, let's be honest, he's not dodging anyone with that shoulder injury. The Saints' dysfunction gives us a chance to leap ahead in the NFC South, especially with Tampa Bay fading and Carolina still in rebuild mode. And let's not forget Julio Jones's retirement last week. That's a reminder of what's at stake here. Back in 2011, we made a bold move, trading 5 picks for the number 6 spot, which built a contender. Now Fontenot has a chance to channel that same energy. Trade back, stack those assets, and build around Penix like we did with Matt Ryan. Remember Julio's 300-yard game against Carolina in 2016? That's the kind of dominance we need from our new blood, whether it's Williams at 15 or someone we snag from trading back. This draft could either spark a new era for the Falcons or leave us stuck in neutral while the Saints implode. So, what's the plan, Falcons Nation? Should we trade back for more picks and outsmart the Saints? Lock in Williams at 15 and dominate the trenches? Or do something wilder and jump up for a game changer? And how much are you loving the mess in New Orleans? Drop your takes in the comments. I'm dying to hear your thoughts. Julio taught us to swing big, and now it's Fontenot's turn. Smash that like button, share this with your crew, and let's debate. 2025 is coming, and Atlanta has a shot to soar while our rivals crash. Go Falcons!